I will say that what is happening is we increase our awareness. If you're a bag in a piece of paper, you're aware of this direction and this direction, 2 dimensions, yes? And then you're a rabbit jumping around, you're aware of 3 dimensions. A human is aware also of time. We can plan ahead, yes? Animals seem to be living in the moment all the time. And seems like when you graduate and, from where you are and look further, you have access to another dimension. And that's what seems to be happening. If you go to Europe and see all those old paintings of the saints with the circles around their head, I have orbs like that. I have taken pictures of orbs around a person's head that look very similar to that. Now, maybe they were very perceptive at that time and they didn't need cameras to see it. At first I thought that the orbs were water drops in the air, and somehow the flash will produce them like a lens. But then that didn't work, because I took pictures in the rain and then you see the drops falling, but not orbs. And then I got orbs during the summer, where it's very, very dry here in Northern California. At this point, we have discovered radio and gamma rays and X-rays, and basically the part of the electromagnetic spectrum that we can perceive with our eyes are less than 0.01%. So to expect to see it, to believe it, is you will be missing 99.9% of reality. Curious enough, with these cameras, it seems like we are able to perceive slightly more than our eyes can perceive. And that's what produces the orbs and the plasma, the auras, and the other things that we have been talking about. It's just that we are becoming very good at crafting tools that allow us to see things that normally we won't be able to with our limited senses. Definitely we should study them. We should study them scientifically, and we should study them with the head, right? But also with our hearts. The orbs kind of forces our scientists to do it not just with the instruments, but to do it with their feelings as well. So forcing us to be more complete, yes, a better human being. It will come from our children. It will come because, like someone said, progress happens, especially during the scientific community, a funeral at a time, right? Because those old scientists died, and then the new ones come in and they started to apply the new ideas. The skeptic has that frame of mind in which it will not happen to them. They probably will not get an orb because they don't believe in them. When we talk about raising people's consciousness, I associate that with the chakra system, the centers of energy. So the lowest chakra is survival. You're aware of yourself. If you don't have that, an elephant comes your way and you don't move, and that's it. The second one is the sexual chakra, but it's also when you're attracted to your mate. So you no longer care about yourself, you care about 2 people. You double the number of people you care for. Yes, you're increasing. You see that, you become more aware. And then it's the tribe. Yes, you take care of your in-laws so they can take care of the children when you go hunting. And then the one of the heart, when you include the prostitute and the soldier, and everybody is part of the human family. And then you go on and then you communicate like we are doing now. And this is a completely different awareness that you have to do, because you have to express your thoughts, translated in a way that someone else will understand them. And then you have the one in which you feel aware not only of humans, but also of animals and living plants. It's the Native American, in which the rocks are alive. And then, of course, the one on the crown is when you are connected with everything. It's no longer just the earth, but universe is part of your home. But that means for the person who goes to the beach and throws the beer can and leaves it there because he's not coming back to the beach, so he doesn't care. It's impossible for a person with that kind of awareness to understand the girl that tied herself to a tree so it will not be cut and spend a year up there. The person is in peace with themselves, so they attract the orbs. When they meditate, when they manage to quiet their inner selves and they lower the RPMs, the orbs come. When they play music. See, music is very interesting. Except for few exceptions, you don't play music for money. you play music just for yourself or to create an atmosphere for your friends as well. So you're in a giving mood, and that attracts, and that will attract the orbs. I think that the orbs come when I feel good. So if I'm having a good time, chances are that there are orbs around. I even have orbs pictures during the day, although always with a flash, never without a flash. It seems like, I noticed that in many other cases, that you have to catch them by surprise. They are around if you are having a good time, there's a lot of laugh and music and a jolly good fellow time. But many of them are shy. That means after the first picture, you cannot find them again. I have pictures taken in rapid succession, and you see lots of orbs at the beginning, and then a few leaving, actually moving on the second picture, and then the third is clear. So what they are, I cannot tell you, but I can tell you how they behave. When they are in focus and I blow them up, they have a structure like a cell, and with differentiated aspects. It looks like a cell in a dish. Yeah? So that reinforces the idea there is a living being, because why it would be, if it was just a ray of light, why they will have all these intricate things inside. So it gives me the idea that it's another form of life that we have yet to discover. Like we use the microscope to see the microbe, now we're using the camera to discover that it's other forms of life. And perhaps these ones are very different to ours. Maybe they are ephemeral, they only live for a short while. Or perhaps they don't die, they are there all the time. It seems to be related to the spirit world, to the world that we cannot see, that started to unveiling. We really don't have a definition for angel or ghosts or spirits. My wife was visiting the crop circles, and she's very sensitive, and it was telling me all the emotions and what was happening to her. And she concluded that the crop circles was a way to reveal to us the world that we normally don't see. And the orbs could be a similar part of the same pattern, trying to make us accustomed to other dimensions. Until recently, we didn't know there were microbes. Yeah, until we discovered the microscope and I started to look through the lens. Yeah, we may find out that Gaia is really a living being, and we are like parasites on one living being that happens to be round. I think that how we increase our awareness, we increase also our perception to this phenomenon. So we are becoming a new human, if you want. So far I like it. I seem to be attracted to people who are in similar path than I am. And the other ones are just like extras in a movie. You don't just pay attention to them. My father said, you cannot control the quantity of days that you're going to be here, but you sure can do something about his quality.